Hello YouTube. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Focusing on what we control. If you think about it, it's really the only sane thing we can do, yet most of us, probably all of us, struggle with it to some extent or another. And I've just kind of found that my meditation practice and my attention to breathing, a little bit of breath work, using my breath, has kind of led me to catch this early, and it kind of makes it where I can kind of adjust stream. And when I catch myself doing this, I just have to be mostly aware of it. And, like I say, you just really have to default to the only thing that you can do. I pray the Serenity Prayer on a regular basis. I wouldn't say that I do it every day, but I pray it quite often. And if you're not familiar, it's God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that last part's the key, the wisdom to know the difference. But once there's just certain things out there that no matter how much we want them to be differently, they're not going to be differently. There's certain things out there that no matter what we do to them, it's not going to change the outcome. And I see that on social media a lot, because social media is kind of where we put our fingers on the pulse of how a lot of people are thinking these days. And I find that all over social media. So many people are simply suffering in their mind. Suffering is a relative term, because they don't accept reality. There is like how you think things should be, how things should be, how it's fair for things to be, have very little to do with reality. In Buddhism, the Serenity Prayer, Christianity, in Buddhism, there's a similar concept. And the core idea is that a lot, if not most, of our suffering comes from our attachment to how we think things should be. And we think, okay, I do A, it's supposed to be B. This happens, so this should happen in accordance with that. And a lot of times that's not how it works out. And even though you have a situation you're dealing with, it's only makes it worse when when we don't accept how it is. In other words, and sometimes this can be a tough lesson to really grasp. I mean, we can intellectually grasp it without really embracing it, is we just have to be okay. We try to improve our situation. We try to do the best we can. We try to ensure that we have an outcome in anything that we want to happen. But to limit our suffering, we have to sort of be okay and be able to accept however that turns out. It's that lack of acceptance. It's that fighting against something that we don't have any control over. And this is going to be a short one today, because I can just kind of keep going in a circle with the same words over and over. But basically what it boils down to is you can reduce your suffering, you can increase your peace if you can just get that concept embedded in you that that is all we can ever really do, is focus on the things we cannot control. And listen, like those are just little examples that I shared in my notes there. Whether it doesn't matter, you don't have to be religious, you don't have to be Christian, Buddhist, or whatever, to take the message out of those simple little sayings, verses, way of looking at things. But just think about it. Think about it right now. Tell me, what is something that what's an area where you struggle related to this, not being able to accept how things are? Or how do you suffer from not being able to accept the things that you cannot control? Anyhow, just something to think about, something that has made my head a little bit less chaotic, has calmed my anxiety a little bit, and helped me find a little bit more peace. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Go hit that subscribe button and come back and join me for some more content. And have a great week. Peace.